Okay, so here's another trick I'm going to tell you about, and it is opacity. Okay, so here's how to use opacity. Sometimes it's great when I'm doing like to show a light, a highlight on something, or maybe to show something underwater. And this is very popular with your age group, is to show a shark or a fish underwater. So here is a way to make it look like this person is half in the water and half out of the water. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create two of these items. Command C and Command V will paste two items. Okay. Now what I want to do is crop an item. So I click and double click on it, and now I can crop part of his body. So let's say the bottom half will be in the water, top half will be out. So I simply put that on there like that. Now I take this guy, I move him over, and I could use my arrow keys on my keyboard to make sure that he's directly lined up. And now I double click on the top one. And now I'm going to use the top one to line up with the bottom one. And right there it shows me that this is aligned with that next item. Okay, so now I have the selection of his feet and the upper body as two separate pieces of clip art. Now it's time to change up the image options. So I click on image options in the upper part of my screen there, and I could use transparency. So the more I increase the transparency, the more dimmed out his legs get. So you can adjust that, I would say 50% or more, for being underwater. It gives the look that the man is now underwater. So if I click out of it, now you can see part of them is above the water, part of them is below, and I want to move this as one object. So here's how to group and ungroup an image. So obviously now that I have two images that are combined, I want to move them as one unit. So I have the upper and the lower half, two pieces of clip art. I need to select both of them. I could do that by opening up a selection box over both of them, as you see there, or I can hold down the Shift key and click and hold down the Shift key and click the other object to select both of them. So either way you want to do it, go ahead. And then I'm going to group. So I go up to Arrange and I want to scroll down, or I hit Command G to group the two images together. Now the images will move as one. So now you'll see that he is in the water right there. And I click and drag him along, and I can resize him as a group. Okay, and both parts of him will resize as well. So as he comes up out of the water, I can double click. I can ungroup, arrange, ungroup the items. Then I could click on the top part and make the top part a little bit lower, and make the bottom part a little bit lower as well. And again, waiting for that red line to show me that that's where it is. So I click outside, now you see he's coming out of the water again. So that's opacity, and that's also grouping and ungrouping two pieces of clip art.